Madrid Reinier is latest arrival. Real Madrid's purchase of Reinier Jesus has taken their spending up to €132 million in their pursuit of finding the next big thing. Los Blancos forked out €30 million on the 18-year-old Brazilian, who completed his move from Flamengo on Monday. That means Juni Calafat and his scouting team have brought in the likes of Rodrygo Goes, €50 million, Vinicius Junior, €45 million, Reinier, €30 million, Marco Asensio, €4 million, Martin Odegaard, €3 million, and Take Kubo, free, in the last few years. That's an average of €22 million per player. At the end of 2014, the biggest clubs in Europe were competing to sign a 16-year-old midfielder from Stromsgodset in Norway. His name, Martin Odegaard. His highlights were going viral and the player went to visit Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal and, of course, Real Madrid, where he could eventually end up. They called him the new Messi in Norway and, after a few years out on loan, he's finally proving his ability in Spain with Real Sociedad. After a year on loan at Espanyol, Asensio burst onto the scene with Real Madrid during the 2016-17 season, even scoring in the Champions League final in Cardiff. He put in more spectacular displays the following campaign and went to the 2018 World Cup before seeing his level fall off after the departure of Zinedine Zidane as head coach. His transfer value surged to €90 million and Liverpool had a bid of €140 million rejected. Now, after a serious knee injury in pre-season, he's on the road to recovery. Real Madrid made the surprising move of spending as much as €45 million on a fairly unknown 18-year-old when Vinicius arrived in 2018. But they had to, or he would have ended up at Manchester City or Paris Saint-Germain. The Brazilian hasn't quite found his feet with Los Blancos, but his mazy dribbles are proof of the talent he possesses. Add a final product and you've got yourself a €100 million player. A year after Vinicius, it was Rodrygo who made his way to the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu from Brazil. Once again, €50 million is a lot of money for a teenager, but, if he becomes a star, the Real Madrid fans will believe he's worth it. A hat-trick against Galatasaray and a penalty against Atletico Madrid in the Supercopa de España have been his highlights so far. Real Madrid didn't have to pay anything to bring the former Barcelona academy player over from Japan last summer. He's spending the season on loan at Real Mallorca and the experience will do him good in the long run. Real Madrid's latest Brazilian starlet touched down at the Bernabéu in recent days. The new Kaká, as they call him in Brazil, has cost €30 million and he will join up with Castilla before making the jump to the first team. Let's block ads. Why?